There is a 200-year-old charting tool that says there's a major roadblock coming for Bitcoin. Do you know what it is? In today's video, we're going to cover what that charting tool is and how it's been fascinatingly accurate when it comes to Bitcoin. If you're new here, my name is Steve. This is where you're going to come to have clean and clear information and to have more success. Hit that subscribe button right now. Go ahead, hit that subscribe button. Your new favorite channel is right here. Hit that thumbs up button. We're jumping into it. This chart looks like a disaster, and I'm going to tell you why, and then we're going to clean it up and get to this indicator. But first, we have to start with something that will help you far more than anything I've told you before. That is, this is your last chance. This is the final call. You know that we've had a 61.8% sale. This is your last chance. This was to celebrate the fib. This is to celebrate our company birthday. And we had limited seats because this sale was so big. The seats have been flying off the shelves, and this is literally it. This is your last chance. You will have no other chance. Do not miss this chance. You got to act now. Lock in your seat. This will be your best investment ever in crypto. If you want financial freedom, if you want to have more success, imagine what that would feel like to have more success. Imagine what it would feel like to have financial freedom. That's what I want to help you deliver. We've been changing lives all over the world, and we've shown you a bunch of people who have quit their day job and they're just trading with the strategies taught in class. Here's another one in yesterday's video. Eugene now has freedom, financial freedom, spend time with his family and on his own terms, using the strategies from class. How would that feel if you were next? How would that feel for you to leave that job you don't like and just trade your favorite thing? That's what I want to help you deliver. Again, this is your last chance. If you're an old student, this is your last chance to get the hybrid indicator, to sign up to the hybrid indicator. You got to email me right now. There's a special way, if you're an old student, to sign up just to this hybrid indicator. Send me an email, info@cryptocrewuniversity.com. Do that right now. Final call, last chance. The doors are closing. Prices are about to increase, and today is that day for you. I'm talking to you. This is your day to sign up. cryptocrewuniversity.com. You can become the next Eugene. Here is the link right here, cryptocrewuniversity.com. Pause this video. You got the link. The link is down below. I'll link it up here, cryptocrewuniversity.com. Go sign up now. Final call. No more procrastinating. Get the gold combo. 1 to 5 years in crypto. Gold combo, perfect for you. If you've been in crypto for around 1 year, diamond combo, perfect for you. Starts right at step 1. Go act now. This would be your biggest regret ever, missing out on this opportunity. 61.8% off with the most game-changing courses that will help you get towards that goal of financial freedom. Go sign up now. Don't miss out. Now, let's get to this mess of a chart. This is what happens with a lot of beginner traders. A lot of beginner traders, folks that have less than a few years experience, oftentimes they draw their chart and it just looks like a bomb exploded. But the simplest charts are the cleanest charts with the clearest information, and that's what we're going to illustrate today. So if you know about the 7 different things that we put on this chart, leave a comment down below. We'll see if you're correct. But if your chart looks like this, take it and throw it in the trash. And you want to have simplicity. If you look at the most successful people on earth, the most successful traders, their charts are really, really simple because they let the chart speak for themselves. It's like as if you were a chef and you put 9,000 ingredients into a dish, it would taste terrible. But the best chefs in the world will use a few ingredients, the finest ingredients, and let those ingredients stand for themselves. It's the same here. You're technically a chef of the charts, right? So we are going to go to a simple and clean chart because this 200-year charting tool, 200-year-old charting tool has been fascinatingly accurate with Bitcoin. Incredibly accurate, and nobody is paying attention to this. What I'm about to share with you is hot off the press. I haven't seen anybody talking about it, and you're going to have this in your back pocket, and it's going to leave you saying, wow. So be ready to say, wow. Are you ready? Let's get started back here in November of 2010. More than 10 years ago in Bitcoin, we first had this level. And by the way, we're using this, right? We're using this, okay? This is what we're using right now, okay? Now, once we got November 2010, we held this as resistance, and we held it again as resistance all the way in February 2011. And this started a very unique journey for us. Buckle up, because this is going to be a ride, right? Once we got above this level, we were off to the races, right? We had a lot of confidence in the market as soon as we were above this level. And we went all the way up, skyrocketed in price to $32.46. The glory days. Imagine buying Bitcoin at $32.46. So we were met with resistance, and then we came crashing down to earth. And where did we crash to? Back to this trend line. This trend line is incredible. Wait until I show you the power of this trend line that we started in November 2010, right? Held resistance in 2011, went to the moon in the middle of 2011, and then came crashing back to earth. Back here, the first bar was in October of 2011, and then back in November 2011. By the way, these are weekly candles, right? So each of these bars represents 1 week of data. And now as we fast forward, we held some support here. So the market's feeling very comfortable. The market's feeling very healthy. This has been aligned now for about 1.5 years. That's been incredibly powerful. So we bounced off of this level all the way up to $7, right? And came crashing back down again, holding support once again in 2012. So we started our journey in 2010, and fast forward to 2012, we are still having this line be the most significant level in all of Bitcoin. This trend line here, right? Once we fast forward the clocks, we know that, okay, we started holding support through this time period, and then it was time for a further move to the upside. That's exactly what we saw into 2012 and into 2013. You can see the market rose all the way to $272, right? What do you think happened next? What do you think happened next? Well, if you fast forward, we went all the way up to this level, and we continued to rise catastrophically all the way up to about $1,200. Now, what do you think happened next? We are so far away from this level that used to be, again, it used to be our main level, right? Back in 2010, you can see it here now on the big screen. Back in 2010, resistance, resistance, support, 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 moon shoot all the way to 1,200. Do you think it's possible to come back and touch this? Well, let's fast forward. If you fast forward the clock, we're now into 2014. We are starting to fall. We are starting to plummet. Everybody's wondering, where are we going to go? You're probably wondering, there's no way we're coming down to this level. That's too far. Well, the market told us in 2015, hey, we're getting close. The market told us in August 2015, we are now holding support on that exact level. And then fast forward all the way to May 2016, support again. And again in August 2016, support once again. So here we are. And we have held support through all of 2016, all the way into 2017, holding support on this exact line that we drew all the way back in 2010. Now that we're looking at the big picture together, you can see, boom, resistance, resistance, support, 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 moon shoot all the way up here, come back down to support. This is the most critical level in all of Bitcoin. It's predicted the bottom of this market. It's predicted the bottom of this market. And wait till you see what it's saying about today. Let's fast forward the clocks. So we're into 2017. We know that we held this actually from 2015. We held this line from August 2015 all the way through to March 2017. We held this for almost 2 years, holding support on this key level. This level that, for whatever reason, nobody talks about in Bitcoin. That's why you come to this channel. That's why you're hitting the subscribe button, because this is powerful stuff. When you take 5 steps back and you look at the big picture, everything comes clear. It's like if you were in the jungle right now and you're trying to find your way through the jungle and you're lost and you don't know which way is left, right, center, north, east, west, south. But if you stood on top of the mountain and saw the big picture, it becomes clear what direction you're trying to go. We're standing on top of the mountain. We're looking at all the price action in Bitcoin, and it is becoming clear. It's becoming crystal clear. And wait till this line, wait till you see where we're at with this line right now. So 2015, 2016, 2017, through this period, holding critical support. And again, we can zoom in here and you can see these candles, especially during this period of August 2016 through January 2017, all the way through March 2017. And then the market started getting a lot of confidence. We had spent a majority of our bear market in finishing the bear market and holding support as we turned a corner from the bear market, and the market started to get a lot of confidence. And when it got confidence, we flew again from this level. We flew again from this level, and we flirted with that 20K, right? We flirted with that 20K. What do you think happened next? We had to come down to play with this level again. But this time, things were very different. It was a very different meeting with this line. Because what happened is we went all the way up to this 20K area. We came back down and we broke this level. And if you follow our channel, and you've been doing so for years, we pointed this out a few years ago. And we said, this is major. This is when we had the death cross. And this is when we called the market bottom at 3,100. But the tide had changed. What had happened, and we can zoom out and see, is for 7, almost 8 years, for 8 years of Bitcoin's life, it had held this critical level as support. And for the first time in 8 years, we were now holding it as resistance. The tides had turned. This was a major market shift. So we came down, we called the bottom at that 3,100, and then what happened? What happened is we started rallying back up to this critical level. But this time, it was resistance. How do we know it's resistance? Well, it used to be support. Anytime you break support, it becomes resistance. Just like anytime you break through resistance, it becomes support. It's that simple. Clean, clear, and perfect information for you to finally understand TA, right? We broke through this support. It became resistance. How do we know? Well, we rallied all the way from 3,000 up to 14,000. The market was on fire. Everyone was calling for the moon, but we had held resistance. We had held resistance, and we were supposed to, and we got rejected. We got rejected hard from that level. And if you follow our channel for years, you already knew that. We covered this live as we were approaching this with this exact trend line. What we haven't shown you is where we are now with this trend line, right? So 14K, major problem. Major problem. You can see no bodies even came close to this level. Only wicks. They were sold off really quickly. So we got rejected from this level, this 14K level, and more specifically, this trend line, the most accurate trend line in Bitcoin's history. It's been accurate for more than 10 years. So we got rejected. We got rejected pretty hard. We got rejected all the way down to 3,000 and change, right? You're well aware of that fall. We covered it at length here on this channel. And then it was time for Bitcoin to figure out what it's going to do, how it's going to recover from this. We still know that this is the most critical level. We still know that this is the most critical trend line in all of Bitcoin, and it's been that way for years. We know that by zooming out, it's dictated every major move in Bitcoin to date. There's no major move that didn't play with this very trend line in 10 years. But look at where we are now. Look at where we are now, because we got rejected hard at that 14K. We came all the way down below 4,000, and then the market really rallied. Why? Because we just started a new Deca cycle. Bitcoin knew, okay, we had finished our A, B, C correction. Granted, we're below this level, but it's time for a new Deca cycle. It's time for a rejuvenation. It's time for a full-on bull market. And that's what we did from this $3,000 low, 3,700, and we have rallied. This is our new Deca cycle. This is wave one of the new Deca cycle, but there's an old sheriff in town. And he hasn't left. He hasn't gone anywhere. In 10 years, he's made all the shots. He's called all the shots. And look at where he is now. We'll get a better view once we zoom in here on a cleaner slate. But again, once you zoom out, this level is nothing to play with. It currently is resistance. It's been resistance for a couple years now. It held resistance at 14K. It's been support previously for 8 years. 8 years as support, a couple years as resistance. We are rallying. It seems to infinity and beyond. But we're going to have to answer to this trend line. This trend line is the boss. This trend line will make the decisions. This trend line is something nobody's paying attention to. And this trend line will dictate the future price of Bitcoin. Now, where does it lie now? Because right now, as we speak, Bitcoin has played with the $52,000, $53,000 area. But this weekly candle, if this weekly candle were to shoot up, we're talking about almost $78,000. That's where this trend line is now. Granted, every day it's increasing. But we have to answer to this. This trend line is the boss, and it currently is resistance. So if we fast forward a few weeks, let's call it March 22nd. How high could we possibly go? March 22nd, we're talking about 88,000. Now, in the future, what would be the most interesting scenario ever is in Bitcoin's new Deca cycle. If we were somehow turn this, what used to be resistance for the past few years, if we were to turn this into support, you will see one of the biggest rallies in Bitcoin's history from this level. That's something very major to keep in mind. And again, something that is not talked about, because what happens oftentimes in Bitcoin is people talking about the 4-hour chart and the 1-hour chart and what's going to happen today and what's going to happen tomorrow. That's not where you're going to make all your money. Where you're going to make all your money is on these bigger moves up, and these bigger moves down is where you're going to lose all your money. And in this channel, we like to take 5 steps back and stand on that mountaintop so everything becomes clear. We're not lost in the jungle. We're not lost in the forest, not knowing which way is which. We can see clearly what is taking form right now. 8 years as support, a few years as resistance, and this level is going to be the boss. It's going to dictate the future. So we will keep you up to date as we speak right now and over the next handful of weeks to couple months of where we top with this. And this could very well predict the market top. This very trend line could predict the market top. So we will keep you up to date on that. That's why you are now subscribed, because this is TA that finally makes sense to you. You finally get it. It finally connects. Let me know in the comments down below what you believe is going to happen with this trend line. Are we going to rally all the way until May 2021 and reach that $100,000 range? Or are we going to crash sooner? Or are we going to finally hold this as support in our new Deca cycle? Maybe in wave 3 of the Deca cycle, we can actually hold this as support. Keep in mind, we're in wave 1. Potentially wave 1 could get knocked out here. We have a wave 2 correction, and then our wave 3, generally the longest wave, never the shortest wave, should be able to get us above this level. We'll see. But this level is growing fast, so we'll keep you up to date on that. I do want to mention as well, over on the Twitters, it's on fire. Our Twitters is on fire. You know it. I know it. Everyone knows it. Go follow on the Twitters for a lot of information that we're not sharing here on the YouTubes. Twitter, Crypto Crew U over on the Twitters. Crypto Crew U on the Twitters. Now, I do want to mention again, we mentioned earlier that this is just major. This is a major announcement that this is your last chance. This is ultimately your last chance to get in on this 61.8% off. Last chance. Final call. The doors are closing. The prices are going to increase and you will be left behind. I don't want you left behind. I want to see you successful. And if you're one of those people waiting and you're saying, you know what, Steve? I'm going to make some more profits in crypto and then I'm going to sign up. That thought is poisonous. That thought is going to destroy you. You have bad habits now. If you wait longer, your habits will be worse and it'll be very hard to break those bad habits. You're deep down the dark path and keep making bad habits. I need to help you now break those bad habits and get on the right track. Investing in yourself will be the best decision you've ever made. Ever. Talk to anybody that's been successful. Anybody. They will tell you investing in themselves was the best decision they ever made. That's what you're going to do today. Go scoop up this 61.8% off. The doors are closing. I don't want you left behind. And if you're an old student, go get this custom hybrid indicator. Write me an email right now. There's only a few seats left for that. There's a special way for you to sign up. This will make you very happy. Go get this right now. Email me info@cryptocrewuniversity.com with the subject called indicator if you're an old student. So to sign up, it's really simple. You're just going to go to cryptocrewuniversity.com. You see this link here? cryptocrewuniversity.com. It's also down below. Pause this video. Go sign up now before it's too late. You're going to get the gold. Have you been in crypto 1 to 5 years? Gold is perfect. Sign up right now. If you're really new to crypto, you get the diamond. It's that simple. If you have any questions, you email me. Gold 1 to 5 years, diamond 1 year. And then once you get to this page, that means that there is 1 or 2 or 3 seats left. You better lock this in as quickly as possible. Add this to your cart. This is where you get instant trade alerts to your phone, to your email with their custom designed hybrid indicator. Go jump on this right now. Go jump on it right now. I'll see you on the inside. I do want to have one more quick announcement here. Oh, this is a special one. If you're an OG student and you've been following for years and you've taken our courses years ago, right? We made an announcement a few years back for Binance Coin, BNB. And this is when Binance, and we talk about it at length in the courses. And if you took the old courses, you're well aware of this. I beat it over the head. And this is when Binance Coin was probably number 45 or 50 on Earth. And my prediction was loud and clear, and I don't make a lot of predictions. And those of you taking my courses, I don't make predictions and when I do, they hold a lot of weight, right? So I made a prediction. I said, I would be incredibly shocked if Binance Coin wasn't in the top 10, if BNB wasn't in the top 10 a few years from now. And I said, I would love it to see it in the top 5. It may shock a lot of people to say that, but it deserves to be in the top 5. It's going to be a major cryptocurrency on planet Earth, and everyone's going to take notice. And this is, by the way, this is when it was not talked about at all. It was like number 45 in the world. And just a few days ago, it for the first time, crossed into the top 5. I'm very proud for Binance Coin. I think it deserves it. I think what they're doing over there, they're really impacting the cryptocurrency world from multiple angles. So this is not a surprise. I'm not sure that it will stay in the top 5 over the next 6 months, but I do believe in the future it will re-enter the top 5. So big shout out to my students that listened to me several years ago, because again, we don't make a lot of predictions, but when we do say something, that's why what we say carries a lot of weight. And this was one of them, so I'm sure my students remember when I said that, and we said it very frequently from that point. So Hope you had a beautiful day. I'm going to do a few more videos today, and they're going to be filmed literally right after this one. I might be out of breath, so please support me for the other videos as well. I might be dying, I might pass out, somebody's going to need to pour water on me, but I know that our community will be there to support me. So thank you, thank you, thank you, and I'll see you right back here on the next video. Peace and love to the fellow underdogs.